These are 3 storm chasing tips that may save your life. Okay, tip number 1, do not rely too much on weather radar. Although weather radar is extremely useful, it can actually become dangerous in certain situations, especially if you don't fully understand how to read it. Weather radars have a lot of drawbacks when storm chasing. But weather radar is not always going to show your storm structure perfectly. Looking at the storm visually is going to get you a much better idea of what your storm is doing than looking at it on radar. Right here, you can actually see a very small tornado, but on radar, there is no indication of there being a tornado at all. That being said, it can also go in the other direction. There have been times where I've seen a very strong tornado on radar, and there actually wasn't ever a tornado at all. Okay, so tip number 2, always know where you are at all times. This tip exists for 2 reasons. Reason 1 is that when you're making a report, whether it be to Environment Canada or the National Weather Service, they need to know where you are so that they can actually warn that storm. So if you see a tornado 2 miles southwest of Wichita, Kansas, they need to know that that tornado is 2 miles southwest of Wichita, Kansas, so they can put the warning out properly. The other and more important reason is that you need to know what roads you're going to take to get to that storm. If you are taking nice, really good paved highways in Alberta, awesome. You are doing very good at navigating, good job. If you're taking crappy back roads in Saskatchewan that are getting flooded, you need to rethink your situation and try and find a better road. My third and final tip of the day is going to be get gas before you get into the storm. I want to give you a hypothetical storm chase. Let's say I had to drive 4 hours to get to Swift Current before I could even see any storms. I'm going to want to get gas in Swift Current before the storms even begin to initiate. That way, when I'm actually chasing, I don't have to worry about leaving the storms to go and get gas. This actually happened to me multiple times. The most notable one being this one right here, which is when I was north of Saskatoon. I had to leave a storm and found out that the town next to me was completely flooded. But it can be extremely dangerous if you're in the middle of a storm and all of a sudden you lose gas and there's a tornado moving towards you. And thus concludes these 3 tips on storm chasing. So always remember, don't rely too much on radar, always know where you are, and always have a full tank of gas when you're chasing. Remember those 3 tips and you will be safer. I'm going to put more of these safety videos and how-to videos out, storm chasing, just throughout the winter. So be prepared for that. And don't die storm chasing. I don't recommend it.